Alright, savages, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tyler Wilson and I trade stocks. And how I trade stocks specifically, I'm consistently looking at news and articles that may affect the stocks, but also combining technical analysis. Now, I don't use the random indicators like MACD, RSI, SMA, all the other ones. I'm primarily using price action. If you have no idea what that is, you'll see in the video, it's very simple to explain. The stock we're covering today is Fubo TV, and if you watch the previous videos, I've made 2 already going over this stock, and it's treated us pretty well. We caught the upside run up to $50, and then we caught the downside down to $30. I would say we're doing well. Also, I'm going to bring in some highlights from the past videos to explain why it's happening. It doesn't matter if you're long or short term. Right now, Fubo is going to be a good buy, and I'll explain why here in a second. But before we get to that juicy content, I need you to do one thing, and you know what I'm going to ask. Hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. If you're a regular subscriber here, hitting the thumbs up does help tremendously. I really appreciate it. You guys are the reason we are growing so fast. Without any further ado, run it, boys. Alright, so if you're not used to the channel, again, I run through content pretty quick. I don't waste anybody's time, so let's get right to it. The first thing we're going to do is watch a recap of the last video of where I said we were going to go. Run it. Going to continue dropping, which it did after hours. It's actually sitting right below that support. I actually don't think this stock bounces until we hit the major support, which is going to be the $29 to $28 range. As you see, this isn't to be cocky or anything like that, but it's important to know and that the viewers know that price action does work and it's very reliable. This is just from my personal opinion. Do your own research. Go look at charts for yourself. Where I chart is tradingview.com. It's 100% free. If you're reading the news, you're listening to analysts and seeing what everyone's saying on social media, everyone's kind of saying Fubo is going to keep going down now. Now, I did have a price target of that $18 to $19 range, but I said we'd most likely get a bounce between this $28 to $30 range, and right now we're sitting at $28, as you can see right there. I think the stock is very oversold right now. I'm not saying that it's at its true value, but looking from an option standpoint, I think this is at a really good buy point. We're sitting at a massive support, and there's definitely some upside up to that 33 to 34 range. Maybe a little bit lower at the $32, but either way, that's still for $5 move. Really good profits if you're trading options. On the long-term side of things, I also did say that this range of $28 to $30, it's not aggressive, but it's not conservative. It's kind of a moderate entry, if you will. But this is really for long-term investors if you're looking to get into actual stock play. I love Fubo TV. As you hear me talk about growth 24/7, this company has a lot of growth. You can look at their numbers. You can look at how many subscribers they're maintaining and obtaining quarter after quarter. They're growing rapidly and they're acquiring new companies, so it's making them a more appealing company to sign with. Overall, when it comes to cutting the cord, Fubo TV is kind of up there on the list. They need to brand themselves as more than just a sports streaming service, because they aren't just a sports streaming service, although I see their business model and they want to get into the gambling, and once that gambling does happen, their stock is going to skyrocket. And if you watch my last videos, I'm very bullish on them getting a gambling deal eventually. Right now, it's probably not going to happen. But enough of the news, let's go right into the charting. If you have questions regarding the charting, I know some people get a little bit confused, please comment down in the comments. I will answer your question within the first 24 hours. Fubo TV has been respecting all of our resistance and supports. I don't think it will stop right now. So let's get right into it. Sometimes, I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's good to just sit back and look at a chart that worked out very well. But let's break it down. Okay, so from the video, this is that $36, $37 range that we broke. And once we broke below that, obviously it was a straight nosedive to that $28 to $29 range. We did stop at that first resistance at $32 range. And I did mention this would be a good spot to take some profits on any puts, because I had some heavy puts going at $37, $39. I was just stacking them up there. We actually ended up dropping all the way down to the target, $28, $29. I was called crazy, but you know. But now you see we're getting some sideways movement. We're respecting the resistance, actually trying to mount it right here, which I think on Monday, honestly, we're going to get a gap up to like $28 to $29. From there, I want to see a push at $32, $33 range. So let me draw what I suspect. And guys, the squigglies, I understand they're a little bit ridiculous, but it gives you an overall view of what we want to see the stock do. We got to push straight below the resistance. This is never really good, but we pop right back above. Retesting, coming back up. All I need to see here from this stock is a move back above the 28.3 range and then a retest, and I'm buying it. Honestly, this is calls all day. This will go straight back up to $32, maybe $31 if you want to be a little conservative, take your profits right there. But overall, guys, this is going to bounce. It's very oversold. I think the short people are getting on too late. If there was any time to get shorts, it was up here at this $36 range. Isn't saying that I'm not going to put more puts on the stock. If you follow me, you know I'm trying to weigh the risk against the reward. and we're always trying to play whatever has more reward and lower risk. So this trade right here, so if we recap our original trade, there was almost no risk in this range. We were just trending. Worst case scenario, we popped up to the $42 range and got rejected there. There was no chance in the world that we were going to blow straight past that resistance. None. Zero. In my opinion, the lowest we go in this range is maybe to that $19, $20 range. I'm not even saying that's going to happen, but that's like the absolute lowest. And you're seeing that we're respecting and going sideways now, preparing for a bounce. Similar price action we got at the last range. We shot down to the support, came back up, down, and then we hit that support right there. It was a nice $4 or $5 move. That's a 10% move on Fubo TV. That's massive profits on options. Let me break it down very simply for you guys.
Why don't you explain this to me like I'm 5?
Come Monday morning, what I'm going to be looking for is Fubo TV to get back above 28.3. Once it gets back above 28.3, I'm instantly looking for call options targeting $31 to $32. We could go a little bit higher, but I'm not playing on the greedy side of things. I'm a pretty conservative trader when it comes to taking profits. So essentially, that's my viewpoint on the stock. I hope you understood what I was saying. If you have questions, like I said, comment below. I will answer for the first 24 hours. And if you're not really sure about what I'm saying, go look at the last 2 videos. We kind of did what we expected. I know I look a little young, but I'm qualified, I think. Namaste.